Hi, my name is Amy Henry and I teach fifth grade. Although this particular movement or dance activity is a fourth grade science lesson. And the reason for that is because one of my teammates is teaching our 4-5 combination class. And so to help her out, I had asked her if she would like me to teach her fourth graders the science curriculum for the year, being that that was a little bit more of my expertise, whereas I knew she really loved the fifth grade curriculum in science. So it's been a win-win for both of us so far this school year. And now the group that I have for science is actually a smaller group of students because it is a combination class. So for this particular activity, to give us a little bit more variety of students, I've actually been working with one of the other fourth grade teachers, and her students have been joined with my students. So we were able to have a larger group of kids participating. So we were able to put the students into groups of 5. We have 6 groups of 5. Actually, I'm sorry, 7 groups of 5. We have 35 students, and they are the lesson itself is actually demonstrating a collaborative learning approach, because these students are going to be creating their own movement activity or to present the life cycle of a plant. So it is actually a movement lesson that will take place as our culminating activity after having learned the life cycle of the plant. So the objective for the teams is to present the life cycle of a plant, starting with a seed and ending in a seed, and they need to do that through movement of some kind. I guess you could say that there is some inquiry also that is going to be a part of this, because we're not giving a whole lot of parameters to what they can do, because they are going to be working on this independently. But if they'd like to add some other elements into their presentation, they can. Some students feel more comfortable just using the actual movement. So for example, if the students are acting out where they are a seed, they might be in a small ball in the ground, and other students might be coming over and covering them, showing the movement of covering the soil over the seed to protect the seed before it germinates. And then other students might be coming in and being the water, showing raining on top of that seed, because the students will have known that it takes warmth and water to allow the seed to germinate. And there'll be another student that would be the sun that is shining over the soil to warm that seed to show germination. So it could be as simple as that type of movement where because we don't know for sure till we get into situations like this. I mean, we know our students pretty well, but when you have those interpersonal learners that really kind of sit back and they're not as vocal about what they know, simply participating in an activity that just shows movement, and they're being told what they're going to do, they're going to give their ideas, but just to kind of act it out in movement to show what they understand will still be able to make them feel comfortable. Whereas there may be a team that may have linguistic learners as well as the interpersonal learners, where they of course are more vocal and they are more hands-on, and they want to dive right in, and they love working with the other team members and things, and so that they're going to be in their glory, targeting their learning, their type of learning. So they might be the group that actually might add some music and actual dance motions, the swaying of the plant with the leaves and things, showing the leaves off the branches, and the fluttering of the petals from the plant, flower petals after the plant has been fertilized and pollinated. And so this way, students with those learning types of styles will also be targeted. And of course, it goes without saying, being that it's a movement or dance activity, our kinesthetic learners are always having their needs met. So dance and movement is a great way that really can bring in all learners. The one part of the activity that I was thinking of, how can I get in touch with my mathematical learners, the ones that are more of a hands-on and paper pencil type of learner. I thought, of course they're going to all volunteer, and kids love to be a part of this, whether that's their best learning style or not. They still love to engage in movement of any kind when it comes to a lesson. That's my own experience that I've seen. But I thought that another piece of this would be to allow those children to actually maybe draw what their team actually acted out. They might be able to draw their plant and label their plant, and that might show a little bit more of their learning style, that they can present what they have drawn. So, but I will give the students some examples of how the movement, some ideas of the movement, but I really want this to be a collaborative activity. I have done this in the past. It's been several years since I have done it, and quite honestly, how busy we all are as teachers and the amount of curriculum that we have, we tend to forget activities like this that are fun for the kids, and we forget that we can bring those things back in, and they are valuable and useful to our students. So I was actually really excited that I could go back and kind of think about what I've already done, and I thought about this, and I thought, oh, this will be great. So I'm tweaking it a little bit, because in the past when I've done it, I have actually told the kids what movements. Again, there's going to be teams where I might need to be more of a facilitator as far as giving them some ideas to probe them. Buzzing around, the bees buzzing from flower to flower and landing on them, and pollinating and taking that pollen, moving to another flower, and encouraging them to think about the different aspects of the life cycle without necessarily giving them the actual movement, because I really want it to be student created, and I really want to see what they have learned themselves and how they could take the learning that we've done with the growing of our plants and kind of put that into a real life thing using themselves. So the teams will be writing a script which will enhance that linguistic learner again. And they kind of can be that voice of the team by sharing what the movements that are going on and taking place. So I think it'll be positive. I'm looking forward to doing it. It's in the planning period right now, because we're not quite done with our entire unit of the plant life cycle. We haven't quite gotten to that pollination stage, but I have told the kids they're already in their teams, because they're working with those groups while we are doing our plant observations. So they're already aware that this is coming, and so the buzz, no pun intended, is they are already in the planning stages of how they would want to do it and how they want to act it out. And so the kids are asking, can we crawl around the floor, and can we stand up on the chairs and be the sun, and can we get some sound effects for the water with the rain, and that they need for growing, and all those really great things. So quite honestly, I haven't had to give them a whole lot of direction of ideas of the types of movement. I'm excited, they're excited, and I hope that it is a success, and I'm able to use this as another assessment of what they have learned from our unit. So thank you very much for listening.